Christina, are you excited about all the different things we've looked at? We've seen adding pictures and shapes. What do you think about those?
I think that they're very fun. I'm just trying to put them in a perspective for my business and how I'm going to use those.
Well, there are some more things we can add, so I'm just going to let you know what's there, and you can get back to work and look at that later and decide what's going to be useful for you. But there's a lot of neat stuff here. First of all, we can add Clipart. Now, Clipart, it's been around a while. We know about Clipart. So it's in the Insert tab, and next to Pictures is Clipart.
Okay.
So let's just go out there and find some Clipart. Why don't we stick with let's look for tacos.
Okay.
Okay, and so one of the things I want to point out to you is that when you search for Clipart, it's not just a drawing. There are other options available to you, other media file types. And if you click on the drop down just below the search box, you'll notice that you have illustrations, photographs, you can do videos, you can even look for audio. So if you only wanted photographs, for example, you could turn off everything else. But if you wanted to see what else was available, let's keep illustrations in there because we're dealing with clip art.
Okay.
And you can choose what you want and then click go again and it will rethink what it's found for you. Of course, we can scroll down through the list and find what works for us. Anything jumping out at you here?
I like this photo of the taco up at the top. That seems to work with our
theme. However, do you want to work with a photograph still, or would you like to look at an illustration instead?
Okay, well, which illustration? Maybe this one? That's a nice
let's try that one.
Oh, I just clicked on it.
You just clicked on it. Yeah, you did. And when you click on it, it does put it into the file or into the spreadsheet. Another way you can add a picture or a clip art is to click on the drop down next to it. And notice you have Insert. You can copy. You can tell it to make it available offline, which means it will stay on your system. It saves it to your system as opposed to looking in office.com. Because you'll notice when we were looking up there, there's a checkbox under the results should be that says include office.com content.
Okay.
So this might not be stored on your computer originally. If you choose the make available offline, then it would be available to you on your computer.
Okay.
So we have added the clip art. And we can come back over here and look at that, and you have all the things we saw before with pictures still available to you. You have those picture styles. You can put in shadows and borders and so forth. You also have, there's a few things we haven't looked at to the right of picture styles. You have, let's go to picture border. There's a box that goes around the object, which is the clip art. I can put in a border. I can choose the color. We can choose the weight of the line. Just point to weight for a moment.
Okay.
And you'll see you can put a deeper or heavier border. Why don't we go with about a 3-point?
Okay. How about that?
There you go. And if you wanted to, you could come in and change the color of the border too.
These areas here, like we did before?
Sure, yes.
Let's just stay with my orange theme here.
I think orange is a more appetizing color than pink.
Yes, I like that.
In fact, I seem to recall a friend of mine in marketing saying orange and brown were marketing colors for food.
Oh, really?
Yes, so orange is a good thing for you.
All right, that works.
Picture effects, if you wanted to click on the drop down for picture effects, just above there. Has some of the same picture styles we were looking at, but it gives you more expansions, more options. So it's just something else there.
Oh.
That's kind of
funky.
Different looking. Maybe if it wasn't food, it wouldn't be so odd.
This is true.
Kind of looked great. Let's look at glow.
Okay.
Oh, you can put an orange glow around it.
I like it.
Very cool.
Perfect. That looks good.
All right. All right, so just continuing in the Picture Styles area of our Picture Tools tab, notice you have Picture Layout. This has some interesting applications because you have all these different shapes that if you point to them, it'll give you an idea what's going to happen. So that puts a heading over there, or it'll chop the picture into a certain area. That one's actually kind of interesting.
So I could use this this image to enhance some of the layouts that would want to put in a process
Right.
map or a process flow. Okay.
So why don't you choose that one?
Okay.
And then notice it says text in brackets, so you should be able to highlight that area and write what you want. Now, one of the things you may want to do is use this shape multiple times with other pictures. For example,
donuts.
Donuts! If you notice to the left of the shape, there's a tab. And if you click on it, there is a box that tells us a little bit more about what's going on. Now, you click after tacos and hit enter and watch what happens.
Oh, we get another one.
Now, it doesn't have the tacos, but you can type in your donuts there if you want. And then we can click in that little gray box where the picture icon is, and we can go find the picture of the donuts. Oops, there you go. Here it comes.
Oh, that's perfect.
That looks pretty cool, actually, if I say so myself.
All right, that looks really good.
So notice, by the way, we are in what we call SmartArt.
Okay.
Now, SmartArt is very versatile.
Okay.
We have a lot of options available to us. And if you go back up to your SmartArt Tools tab, we have the Design tab and the Format tab. Let's make sure we're on the Design tab.
Okay.
And notice that you can change color. Do you see about halfway across the ribbon? Change colors. And if you click on the Change Colors drop-down, you have various color schemes that you could apply. So you could get different colors. Well, that looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like those. There's lots of options there.
And there's your orange.
There you go. That's perfect. I like it. Now, I noticed that this was blue and now it's orange. So is this doesn't have anything, or this is not necessarily color, but maybe how it looks?
It's giving us kind of an idea. And you've chosen the orange, so now it's working in the orange scheme. You chose orange, and now it's saying, okay, now you can look at these options within orange.
I really like these that have kind of a 3D effect to them. Those are very appealing. Kind of makes it look like a button.
Yes.
That looks really neat. Okay, I love that.
One of the other things that you might want to look at while we're in SmartArt are the other layout options that are available. So they're to the left of that change colors, and you'll see a few of them visible to you. And there's also a drop-down arrow. And if you click on that drop-down arrow, then there are several different layouts available. We saw these a moment ago, some of these, when you were trying to choose which one you wanted. If you click on more layouts below, then this gives you all of the layout options available. So there are lists, there are processes, we have cycles, various things. So if you're trying to work with a flowchart type of design, or maybe a organizational chart or hierarchy type of chart, these are all in here, and that's where you would find them, and you can put information into those structures using SmartArt.
So on this side, these are the different categories, and then if I click on these, will it change? Okay,
and then it shows them.
And it shows what my options are, and then if I click on one of these, then gosh, I just follow it from left to right, and it tells me what I'm looking at there.
It's very
that's
intuitive.
Great.
Very intuitive.
Okay.
All right, so you can click OK and see what it did for you there. And notice now your SmartArt styles on the right have changed. We still have the orange.
Yes, I like it.
Because you chose the orange earlier.
It looks good.
And the other thing, just to point out to you, is the SmartArt Tools ribbon has two tabs, Design and Format. Go to the Format, and you may notice this looks somewhat familiar.
It does.
It's a lot of the tools we saw with picture tools. And there's not really a whole lot that you're really going to be changing your SmartArt with on this. You have a few items with the border and so forth, but the majority of what you want to do with your SmartArt is really in that Design tab.
Okay. Well, that makes it even that much more easier. Great.